Noise. Why are we so quiet?
It's editing. We're leading into it. And cut.
I hate you so much.
This is the pre-intro for the intro. This is episode 1. We don't know what we're doing. Doing, ladies and gentlemen, or whatever. My name's Henry Confidential. This Jay Burns. That is Tato. This is the Taking It Back podcast. This is episode 1. It's one of those things that if you're a naysayer, you already know. If you want a Z job, we'll get you in the bag. If you don't know what a Z job is, you don't need to know. You probably can't afford it anyway. Jay, 2024. How you feeling, Doc?
2024 gonna be a hell of a year, my way. I'm just saying, like, I'm starting a clothing company. I already have a couple of t-shirts sold. And I just want to talk shit and get rich with the boys. That's what the fucking goal in life is, right?
That's what I'm saying. Tato, yo, what's happening? How you feeling? Give us a little update. Where you living now? How's your apartment? In case your landlord's in the comments. What's happening?
Not much. Things are going pretty fantastic for old Tato to begin the year so far. Just got life starting up and shit like that. Kicking it. Yeah, good shit.
Tato got himself a fucking Mick job.
Facts.
And I'm proud of him for it.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. Yeah, is he tending bar, beating his wife? What are the other options? Like,
oh, God, he's not a cop, bro.
If he trimmed off the bottom and he's got that Travis Kelce sash going on, he might be.
Oh yeah,
myself and Irene.
When I go full Ted Lasso. You'll see what happens if the Ted Lasso Full Metal Randoms goes down.
So obviously we know that Mustache Man has the worst facial hair in all of history. He primarily spoke German, was of Austrian descent, just all around terrible individual. But outside of that, who has the worst? Who has the worst facial hair in modern media?
I'm trying to think. There's got to be a good one. There's definitely a bunch of like random people. Like if the beard doesn't connect, which by the way, shout out all you Kings 2024. Come on, this is your year. Connect the beards. I'm trying to think of a good one.
Dan T, whose goatee suggests not so much Tony Stark as a male crack whore cosplaying as Tony Stark.
Absolutely.
So pretty much what I want to get started on, it's obviously the new year. This is going to be uploaded right a little bit after the new year starts. But New Year's resolutions. I don't know if you guys have any, but I actually have a couple that I literally want to commit to. The first one, obviously, just anything health and fitness related. Obviously, that's just just to be more consistent. As I do that, in my own life, that's all good. My other main one is I'm not even joking. I did it once last year on a whim, so I didn't have anything planned, but I want to start doing some stand-up. So I actually want to go on stage and I actually want to commit to it. So that's kind of the point of this podcast too, of just constantly having the non-movie specific only, juices flowing and, the creativity going. I actually just want to be, myself, personable, not afraid to say certain things, because in our community, you can't really say anything. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying we're going to go buck wild, but I don't want to be afraid to like be lame and be boring. You know what I mean? So I just want to be able to be legit and be me, who I am, and not get in trouble for it. And then obviously just be funny and riff with the homies. So going up on stage and doing that, I started watching the Kill Tony podcast. So just how they have just the 1 minute things. And it's one of those that just keeps it in mind where it's like, that's start there. Start there, let it get going. And, give a lot of those people credit how they go up. And, a lot of them dog shit. Don't get me wrong. Shout out to you for trying and going up there. But it just shows that there's so many different, tiers and layers to it where you can literally go up and be the worst of the worst and like, hey, never do this again. Or you can go up, not be great, but I see the potential. So I just want to have that, that confidence to get up and just go. And then the other one, I want to start doing karaoke. It's one of those things I actually want to, not be afraid to just, let it riff. You know what I mean? So, obviously whenever it's ironic, whenever I record myself trying to sing, I don't know if it's just how my ear hears it or when I actually just sing when I don't step up to the plate when I actually record myself, but it's always dog shit to me. But whenever I'm singing with friends or by myself, I'm like, yo, it's not bad. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things where it's like I want to just go out there and just, see for real. So those are my main goals for 2024.
Start singing in your bathroom. It's got the best acoustics in your house. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. When you're on the shitter, just start busting out. Like, I don't know, fat bottom girls. Don't do NF or anything because this is rapping. Like, you sing, motherfucker.
No, I mean that's what I do. Literally, I like country music, which is crazy because you guys would know I don't listen to the radio, so other than like Luke Combs and Tennessee Whiskey of like the newer songs, those are like the ones I'm like I know those because some people play them just at the bar. But for the most part, I don't know new stuff. A lot of the stuff I listen to is like from the late 2000s, early 2010s.
My girlfriend left me for my tractor.
You're new to the scene, but I've actually seen Tennessee. I've seen Tennessee Whiskey performed on Kill Tony at least twice. So
really, hell yeah, dude.
You're
how can a liquor perform on stage?
Facts, dude. How drunk were you when you saw that? It's coming. It's like in Harold Kumar when Kumar's having those dreams with the pot. No, but yeah, for real talk. Those are my goals. Jay, you got any legitimate resolution goals for this year?
Yeah, I know it sounds a little contradictory right now because I actually have an open container on stage. But cutting back on drinking and getting back into working out, like quite literally, like I've already dropped like 15 pounds, but like another 25, 30 is goals for the year. And I think that's light work. Yeah. There's 300 fucking days in the goddamn year. I should be able to drop at least 20 pounds. And
I mean, most years there's 365, but I mean, hey, that's just my
yeah. There's 420 days in a year. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's only on 420, and it just feels like a long day because you had a long day.
Yeah, I had a bomb day that day.
Green day.
Wake me up when 420 ends.
I guess I'm just an American idiot, my guys.
Thanks. To kind of go off of you, it's one of those. It kind of just bleeds into my actual fitness thing where I'm trying to be seriously, but I want to limit myself to like once or twice a month, like a legitimate like, and that's like if I'm going out, like I don't want to sit back to watch movies or even podcast and drink on the podcast. I don't want it to be that point. Drink water. When I go play cornhole, shout out cornhole and some dudes. When I go out and do that, I don't want to have to feel like I have to, drink to loosen up. So I just want to. Right. I'm just trying to build my confidence, which is a joke because it's starting to grow back now. So it's now, other than the fact that I don't have a 0 on the side, it's essentially my normal haircut at this point. But for literally, about 2 weeks, I was bald. I shaved my head. And it's because like I've been striking out with ladies so much, not because I've been striking out. I just haven't had the confidence to like put myself out there. So I literally said, yo, just start from scratch. I essentially matrixed myself. I literally woke up with the bald head. I had jizz on my face, but that's kind of a different story. We'll get into I had that goo. You know what I mean? But
you would have a better shot with chicks in a bar if you didn't walk up to them like, hey, what's up? My name's Henry. Have you seen my top 100 list? No, not that one. I've already changed it. Like the fuck, bro.
No, actually, hold on. Let me take back all my goals. My new resolution for 2024 is for that joke to die. Dog. Take that one back and just shoot it. You know what I mean? Put it out of its misery.
Oh my god. Man. What is it? A high school student in America?
No.
Hey, 8 minutes and 20 seconds in, and we're already canceled, fellas.
Honestly, they don't even make it to high school. They haven't even graduated middle school, and they're already. Never mind. Tato, what are your do you have a single goal or multiple for this year? It can even be something minor. It could be something serious. By the way, shout out to you with your sobriety. All of it all of or most of 2023?
All of.
Yeah, exactly. So that's literally platinum level goal right there. You crushed that. So proud of you.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah, I got a lot working, fucking, like I said, kind of starting life in general. So I did hit up a gym, Anytime Fitness thing. Just scrolling Facebook, they had a program. Jay, I don't know if this is relevant to you. Maybe you could check it out. The thing was, if you lose 20 pounds in 6 weeks, like you get a trainer and it's free and shit. I don't know if that was only a local thing or if something
I'll check it out. We got Anytime's
around you. Fuck yeah. But so obviously losing 20 pounds is not where I'm at with my fitness goals at this point. I'm sitting at 165. So just got to tone and get muscle there. But then I the membership there was a little too much, seeing as I did not get the free deal. But then I looked at it and then went and looked at my health insurance for, sometimes they help with gym fees and shit like that. So that is probably something I'm going to do. I do got to get my license. That is the first, that is my primary goal at the moment.
Okay.
That should be taken, that is... The wheels are churning on that one. I've just got to kind of practice driving and stuff like that. And
so
then
when
I
you're
can
getting your
schedule
license,
those.
I'm pretty sure I knew this, but getting your license, that's just you never got it. It's not like you lost it and you're trying to get it back. You're actually trying to
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, I never got it. I failed the test like twice, I think. And I haven't attempted it in like over a decade. So
That sounds like one of my best friends from high school, with his what's it called? High school diploma. So that he kind of had the similar scenarios there where it's like, hey, I'm just gonna stop trying. And it's like, no, come on, keep going. So yes, I'm glad you're coming back to the drive-in. You practicing.
just wasn't
Is that scary?
necessary. Wasn't necessary in Staples for me at all. Everything is walkable.
Exactly.
Except for, So it's good. I've only actually driven once or a couple of times over the course of one errand session, as it were. And that was fine. I haven't been on the freeway yet. So there will be some degree of
you're already
anxiety,
like
I imagine.
50% there because you're a man, so you're naturally going to be a better driver. So that's good. You know what I mean? You're off to a good.
Yeah, the
And you're
potato lore.
you're white.
It's good. Yeah, it helps. Yeah, I definitely feel good about that.
You just got to practice driving, bro. So just play Grand Theft Auto. That's where you learn to drive.
Haven't you heard Grand Theft Auto is what's making the world go bad, guys? As soon as 6 comes out, World War III. Like, do you not realize it's going to be the new Civil War? But
the graphics,
jackasses.
Look how many people were on that beach.
But the graphics.
There's so many people on the beach. But I got, as I said, shit tons of shit. More on the health. I want to start jujitsu now that I'm in a place with jujitsu gyms. This has been a topic that I've thrown out, I think, a couple times to the group. And shout out to Nico Suave Rigoli on this one.
Another person who likes rocks.
Yeah. Fucking. Well, there, I love me some Nico, and watching him go out and do it is a big inspiration to me, getting out and doing it. And then
one follow up on that with the jiu-jitsu. I remember, obviously, you're getting healthy now, so I'm sure your mobility is normal now. But I've never really touched up on that. How is your mobility based on what it was at one point when walking was a chore?
Yeah, walking doable now, jogging doable. As you mentioned, at one point I could not even literally jump off the ground. I could not elevate my feet even an inch off the ground. I could probably box jump a foot or so now. I haven't actually done any box jumping, but I can jump. The past week or so, I've just been kind of doing push-ups, sit-ups, just kind of
squats, a 10-kilometer run.
Squats. Yeah.
Literally, my main advice, just in terms of just any type of fitness, it's two things. One, just give yourself more activity now than you were yesterday, regardless of how much more is more. And then as you get better at it and you're more used to it and it becomes more of a pattern and more of, a system, you're just going to do it and get better at it. And then two, just change your diet and habits. Don't over dramatically do it. Don't starve yourself. Just change them. So figure out what's the easiest change for you, diet wise, and then boom, you're good there, Jay. On that one. Whether it's drinking, whether it's switching to diet soda, just drinking more water, et cetera, et cetera. There's always ways to do it where you don't have to starve yourself. I have my buddy Nico that he pisses me off. He was a high school wrestler, so he's just been doing the dramatic, dieting and all that stuff for years. Where it's he's like, oh, I got to drop 19 pounds by tomorrow. I'm just gonna starve myself and run 100 miles and sweat in the sun. I'm like, or you just don't be a scumbag for the next 4 weeks, and then it'll just naturally, you know what I mean? There's ways to do it more smarter and healthier. So those are always my 2 tips there. So yeah, with your activity, just doing anything, it's always going to be better. But it's glad jiu-jitsu is one of those ones where one of my funny stories, I was at a grad party in high school, and there was one of the guys, he wasn't actively in anything specific yet. He was new to it, but he had been training a little bit for some sort of jiu-jitsu or grappling or whatever, and we wrestled. And granted, I was bigger than him. I probably had about 20-25 pounds on him, but I smoked him. And I swear to God, he was so mad. that he left the party. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where he was so mad / embarrassed that I smoked him. And it's because I've always gravitated to that. But for some reason, I don't know if it's because I'm afraid to get hit. I don't know if I'm afraid to lose. I don't really know what it is, but I've never taken that step to get into it. So I always love people that, do it, which is ironic because I don't watch enough UFC. So I'm terrible at lights out trivia for the UFC aspect, but I like the concept of the physical, sport of it. And that just makes me laugh. So no, that's awesome. That's something that's on your mind. And any other ones?
But then I'm also doing a lot of nerdy shit. I have purchased some comic books, like physical comics and shit like that. Getting back into playing Magic the Gathering is going to be a thing for me.
If you ever come visit me, I have a buddy my buddy John, he literally does Magic every Wednesday. So I can hook you up and go hang out with him. If you ever come visit me for a week or whatever, boom, Wednesday, I already got it scheduled for you, dog.
Fuck yeah. I haven't played since 2017, I think, or 2014, maybe. Fucking, it's been a long ass time since I played paper Magic in any capacity, so I'm excited to go get that done on Saturday. And then on the topic of movies, gonna try again to do one new to me movie a day, which I've been just kind of on a Disney Pixar kick because I'm also actively studying MCU, and fucking the Disney movies are just an hour and a half and digestible. Fucking
absolutely.
A lot of them even 80, 70, so it's even a lot of like the early ones, which is definitely my blind spot. Growing up, I didn't have a childhood in that regards. I literally just watched like Nickelodeon, Disney Channel, or wrestling in that era, and I just kind of skipped, like the Lion. I didn't watch the Lion King till I was an adult. I think maybe I watched it in passing, but like in terms of like actually watch it, I'm 99% I didn't watch Beauty and the Beast. I know I didn't watch Aladdin. I still haven't seen Tarzan. You know what I mean? Like Mulan, I watched that one during COVID. You know what I mean? Ironically, didn't watch the live action one, but
you watched the better Mulan, is what you're saying?
Yes, and it was just ironic. I watched it during COVID, but didn't watch the live action one that came out during COVID. So it's one of those ones where it's like it's always ass backwards. So yeah, with the nerdy stuff, it's one of those things. I'm actually switching over. I want to start watching series. Because now that movie trivia in the community is not as popular as it was over the last years, that it's not as cultish, so it's not like a priority of my focus. And plus, just me as a movie, I feel like at this point I know what I know, and I'm not going to learn much. Or
I'd rather watch a movie for its enjoyment, instead
of
trivia.
So I want to start expanding. So I just started watching Succession yesterday. I'm 3 episodes in. That's fucking really good. And Adam McKay,
great shit.
Yeah, I was surprised that like. Off the rip, it's about like the business aspect and all that stuff, but it's like the family drama. Just 3 episodes in, I'm like, oh yeah, this is what we're working with. So I definitely love that nerdy stuff. MCU and Disney, I feel like that's always going to be something for you in just terms of like who you are. Like it's never leaving your side pocket. Like you're always sticking to that.
Yep, I'm part. The championship match I've got scheduled for the 27th now. So
it got scheduled. Good.
Yep.
And so I've heard Dill Pickle Network, right? And that's what Dylan.
Yep.
Shout out to Dill.
Oh, that's another thing with this podcast. We're not afraid of shout outs, not afraid of plugs. We're not. It's a community. That's another goal that I've been trying to preach this for years, but it's like I don't know why everyone's got to be such a competition. Like, dude, it's literally called a community for a reason. Like, I've always hated that. Like, it's like who cares, dude? Like, one of the I know Jay's got to cringe when he hears the name, but the concept of what I'm saying, one of the best compliments I've ever heard of Joe Rogan is just whenever he has people on his show, he's always trying to essentially build them up, and he's never trying to act like he's the biggest star. He's bringing the guest on. He's trying to talk about them. He's trying to learn about them and all that stuff. And it's about plugging and promotion and just community and all that stuff. He's never him as a person is never too big when he's being serious. Obviously, when he's joking and riffing and all stuff, you'll have your moments. But in terms of like that, like, and I feel like, and since he's one of the biggest, if not the biggest, that's always nice to know that you can never be too big to help. To support, to show love. So it's like I've always tried to preach that. And it just,
you remember that time on the Joe Rogan podcast when he showed the clip of the father beating the shit out of his son in a boxing match?
I didn't watch that one.
Yeah, a lot of people fucking didn't, but he showed a fucking video of like a father-son boxing match, and then he got fucking live fact check, and he's like, "Oh, I'm dumb," but like he'll do shit like that, and that's why I don't like him anymore. He'll just say the most random out of pocket shit. And that's why I don't like listen to like ever since he got bought by Spotify. Like honestly, ever since that deal with Spotify, I was just like, okay. like when he had the Weinsteins on, not those Weinsteins, the teacher and the mathematician brother,
Okay.
those Weinsteins, because one of the brothers teaches at a university here in Washington, and he was essentially fired for being like, you people are dumb as fuck for doing what you're doing, and it was like that day without a white person on campus.
Mm-hmm.
I don't agree with him, but like the argument that he makes is really good. And it was one of those like statements, and it was just like him going off for like 15 minutes about how this is practical, but you're not going about it in the best way possible.
Yeah.
His brother, on the other hand, works in the stock market and is like, you guys are all being fucked over.
Yeah.
Like when he has Paul Stamets on and shit, Paul Stamets, I don't know if anybody knows, but Paul Stamets is the mushroom guy. He's like quite literally the fucking fungus guy, and he's got stories, bro. Dude is so much fun. Before we get too deep into that hate, Henry, I have a screen up real fast, and I think Tato needs to read this. Hold on, there's a reason why. It's Tato lore. It's Tato lore.
All right, just so it's not boring for the people. I sniffed.
Oh no, I meant Tato read it out loud.
I'm good for right this second.
All right, I got you. I sniffed a girl's ass in school. There's this girl in my school that I like, and she is a straight baddie. Facts. Already off to a good start. Other than the in-school part, I don't want, I'm not trying to say that, but in terms of
college, it's college.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Bam. Baddie. Sniff of the ass. Today she was walking through the hallway and everyone was staring. By the way, how would you know if you're staring? But that's all good. While she was passing, I decided to sniff her ass without her noticing as a joke. Okay. Everyone laughed, and my friend pointed out that she had a phone in her back pocket and she might have been recording. Now I'm worried she filmed me sniffing her ass. How?
Hold on.
Jesus.
Hold on.
This is the reason why humanity has not achieved world peace. Tato lore like this who can't control their impulses. I'm white. No. No.
The fucking gems you find on Reddit, my guy. Holy fuck. Oh God.
My God. It just came out today, so I just watched it. But what are your guys' thoughts on KSI when he does his like Reddit videos and the try not to laughs and just those types of videos? Not the Sidemen stuff, because I know that's its own separate, personality and genre, a sense. But Tato, have you ever seen any of like KSI's Reddit videos where he like goes on Reddit and reads what people say about him and stuff like that?
I have not.
Jay, have you?
No, but I do enjoy the Roadmen. The Roadmen do some funny shit. KSI by himself, I think personally to me, I think it's like a group like us. Yeah. Like we are elevated by all of the parts around us, and not like one person outshines the other. When it's just one of us, it's a little maybe I'm not going to watch it, but I know he's got fans built up not only for like his boxing career, all of the stuff that he does outside of like YouTube and fucking TikTok and all of the social medias. But like I'm more interested in the group of friends doing something completely stupid, because that stupid shit is hilarious.
Yeah.
The Tinder dates, the Ayo, who are you? No, who are you? Get the fuck out of here. Like that shit is mad funny.
But yeah, with the Reddit, it just, why I brought it up with the Reddit. So when you post that, like he'll go on his thing and he'll just, revisit his Reddit once a week or once every 2 weeks or whatever, and just see what people are saying. And they're always roasting his hairline, and they're always calling him a monkey when he says, try not to laugh or call. He'll have people call and they just straight up just end blast him immediately. He's like, all right, that's why I don't do these anymore. And it's just one of those things where it's like,
they just straight up call him a naysayer.
To be roasted consistently. Yeah. And it's like, KSI, my naysayer, relax. All right. Don't put yourself in that position.
No, stop. Stop. I thought 8 minutes was going to get us canceled. 25 minutes is definitely getting us canceled, bro.
We're taking it back, bro. It's all good. Yeah. So, congratulations, or at least good luck on all of us for our goals and our, our resolutions for this year. I feel like they're all attainable, nothing, too crazy. Since we're just kind of reflecting on the year, Tato, what is your biggest regret of 2023? Anything that you could say, or just the biggest regret you're willing to talk about? It could be something minor
Uh,
too, just, whether it's personal, a relationship, an attitude, whatever you got. Do you have one?
no, not so much. I mean, you could always do things sooner and earlier, but not a ton of regrets and stuff. Just like fucking the main negatives in like I don't like I'm willing to accept responsibility for this situation I'm in, but a
Yeah,
lot of the negatives of last year for me were in no way my responsibility.
absolutely.
Nor could I have done anything better to handle the situation realistically. So I feel pretty decent with that aspect of life and stuff.
No, that's and before I go on to Jay, just also touching back on your alcohol thing. I never want to exploit it or all stuff, but like I feel like another thing with this podcast is us actually being personable ourselves and like trying to like relate to people and not be afraid to express our stories and everything and see if we can help people or just communicate or build an audience, build a friendship, build a community. You know what I mean? So that's another thing where I that's always been one of my goals with these things is to never shy away from who I am as a person. And my friends, I feel like I surround myself around people that are also not afraid to express themselves and be shy or be private. You don't need to air out all your dirty laundry and all that stuff, and you don't need to look for sympathy, you don't need to look for attention, blah blah blah. But there's a difference between posting being who you are out in public and on the internet for attention or just naturally being yourself. And I feel like the ones that are naturally themselves are the ones that gravitate to people. I mean, obviously, you're talking about like NF me singing in the bathroom, but like that's why he's one of my favorites, where it's like obviously that's just who he is as an artist. He's always going to express himself, and he never knew he was going to blow up like he did, but now he has millions and millions of fans because of that. And that's kind of the goal. And I've always tried to like be myself with, and that's another reason why at the very beginning when I said like bringing this podcast, not just making it about movies, just making it about who we are as people. You know what I mean? The Taking It Back name is literally just out of irony and the meme for the meme aspect, but it can be portrayed in other ways of like what are we taking back, like it's like puzzles and How I Met Your Mother. The puzzle is why is it called puzzles, you know what I mean? Like it's all there's layers to it, and that's like what I wanted to have. So I do love that. So yeah, I'm glad that we can have that. Jay, any regrets in 2023?
Yeah, a lot of them. You guys know because we're friends. My mom died the day after her 50th birthday,
Yeah.
and I hadn't talked to her in 6 years.
Yeah.
She tried to reach out multiple times, and just due to the rocky nature of our relationship, when we had reconnected the last time, I just completely ignored it. And it's one of those things where it's like, hey, yeah, you might be angry, but I think you're going to be more angry at yourself if you don't at least have a conversation with somebody. Because I regret not having a conversation with my mom.
I definitely figure. So to add on to that and give you a break, it's one of those where it's my dad just got out of the hospital, so I got lucky with that. His hospital visit wasn't anything serious other than the fact that he was just a dumbass and just like prolonged his hospital visit and taking care of his issue. He had a hernia. He's a construction union carpenter for 20 plus years. You know what I mean? So doing all that stuff. So, but when you have a hernia for 2.5 years and it literally looks like a tumor, it's not a tumor. It looked like a tumor coming out of his belly, dog. Put the cookie down. You know what I mean? And it's like,
those
bro,
are my cookies.
What are you doing? It literally looks like the alien about to burst out of his belly from Alien, or you know what I mean? It was terrible. But when he got to the hospital, they're like, hey, first of all, this shit's fucked up. We need to do this now. But then because he'd been drinking for so long, for like years and years and years, like him and his girlfriend was split a 30 pack within 2 days minimum, if not less than. I mean, they was going through it. So his liver and his kidneys were shot. He just didn't know how to recover. So I kind of filled in Jay on this, but he was in the ICU on the breathing tube for 10 days. And this is also some other personal things that I won't go into, but it was right in that area of Halloween where I was doing some homing transitional things. So it was just a combination of that plus the issues I was having at home that just didn't click well, and it was just a bad place of me mentally. And it's one of those ironic things that I don't have a regret of how I handled things, because I do feel like I made the right decision for how everything went down. But I do have a regret that it even had to go there, because it just broke my heart as a person. You know what I mean? Because it's hard to like make a decision like that in life and to not look like the bad guy. But I have I'm not trying to like pat myself in the back here, but I have one of the rare like abilities to like see all situations not just from my perspective. I'm able to like make my choices about my life knowing that it's going to be better for people around me or the situation. Like I do a good job of that. And I feel like that's what I did here. And I do feel like that as time's gone by, as all the situations have progressed, whatever, that I do feel like it was the right decision. So dealing with my dad just going to the hospital, knowing that, like, I'm not gonna lie, bro, is he gonna die? I have no idea. You know what I mean? And our relationship hasn't been the best. I've talked about this plenty of times. I grew up in foster care from 11 to 18 because of just mistakes that he made. I bounced around because whatever, and then I was a fucked up kid mentally, with anger issues, with abandonment issues that I'm still struggling with. Girls text me back, but it's all one of those things that it's just a struggle. So while he's in the hospital, I didn't want to put myself in a position to be like, I'm not being there. So I showed up for him twice a day, right before work every day, right after work. I'm there for half hour to an hour every day. You know what I mean? I was on first name basis with all those nurses, and like I got nothing. My dad's not rich. I'm not getting some sort of life insurance, none of that stuff. I mean, sure, there might be money involved, but that's not the point. Like I'm also being real when I say things like that. That
Right.
It is real that it's happened, but I'm not doing it for that. I'm actually doing like, hey, I'm gonna step up. So then when he is finally healthy and he's back to being kind of a dick, I'm like, no, you're going to be a family. I literally dragged his crippled ass out of the house to go to a Christmas dinner because
I know that's why I called him Crippy Boy.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
It reminded me of Tato, ironically, when you were sick, when you shave your, not sick, but like when you were doing your transition patient, getting healthy, when you shaved your head and you're like, oh my God, what do you do? Why shave your head? My dad shaved his head and he looked like E.T.'s asshole. I mean, it's one of those things like, oh my God, dude, what are you doing? I was like, it's your fault that the hot nurses haven't been in your room for 3 days. I'm gonna stop visiting you. What the fuck? No, but everything's good now with that. So it puts a perspective on life, knowing that don't ever wait until that last minute. And like I said, me and him have never had that was a long way to get to like where you were with your story. But I've been in that shoe now where it's like I want to be the bigger person and I want to develop a family vibe. So
Even
that's what we're working on.
So the way I look at it, like, even if you're not gonna forgive them and you're not going to be like a cohesive family unit with an individual, it's better to put all your cards on the table and speak to somebody in case something like
Don't
this
bottle up
happens.
that hate either.
Exactly.
It's not healthy.
Because you know what I did? I started off the year writing like a motherfucker, dude. And then I fell off and I haven't written shit in almost a year. And now I'm like, where the fuck did all of this go? I've squandered something within myself. Now I have to refine that. So I'm actually probably going to add that back into like the very beginning of the conversation that we started when it comes to like our New Year's resolutions.
Yep.
I'm going to start writing more. It doesn't matter whether it's a fucking song, a poem, pages to the fucking script that I'm writing, the fucking pages to the book that I want to write. Like, it's out here. But like, I don't think enough people are out there that really understand how much it takes for people to put themselves out there.
Yeah.
Because when you put yourself out there, you kind of get made fun of. Like, you get looked down upon. People will be like, oh, that's fucking snowflake or beta material. Honestly, the best, like the smartest thing you can do is be an open fucking book. Like, keep secrets, most assuredly, but don't sit here and act like showing emotional vulnerability is a negative side effect or a negative trait for being male. Like, it's not.
I had to tell my dad when he was like halfway in his things, I had to joke with him a little bit, but as he was, I could tell he was like trying to cry. I'm like, dude, no one from high school is here. No one's going to call you gay. It's okay. You can cry. You can be, it's such a stigma nowadays of like, oh, I mean, not really, because
as the
now
tears started rolling, Henry called him gay.
Yeah,
just to get him to fucking laugh.
He was like, I swear I'm not. He's like, I swear I'm not. The male nurse, I told the girl nurse to wipe my ass. I'm like, bitch, you can't even talk. You didn't say shit. That nurse,
male nurse will be thorough, bro. He'll put a finger in there.
How much is his job? Gotta ask.
Yo, yeah, for real. At least it wasn't a ping pong paddle.
How else was I
wasn't the handle
out of my ass?
Yo.
No, but that's exactly, dude. Just putting yourself out there, not being shy. Not even being shy, but just not having a shell. Like, just be yourself, and people are gonna accept it. And yeah, people are gonna judge you or whatever. It's one of the most common quotes. But no one that judges you is doing better than you. Realistically speaking, no one that judges another person is doing better than that person. They're either lateral or they're lesser. That's why I hate the shit out of Joe Rogan. Because you're lesser than him, bitch.
No, I ate all that fucking elk meat. Fuck you.
The only thing you got on him is hair.
That's fair.
And
I heard a lot of it.
and you don't have Gyno. His nipples are gross. He's got the Uma Thurman nipples.
I'm gonna meet that man, and he's not gonna hold back. He's just gonna sidekick the shit out of me.
But then you'll pose for a picture, and it's gonna be the famous Joe Rogan pose where he's like, he popping out the chest. He's got the little body.
He's like, look, I'm not canted. I'm not tilted. This is a fucking. This is an Omega Alpha fucking. This is an Omega Alpha pose.
He's the Wes Anderson of
But you're 5'6", bro. I need you to calm down.
The centered versions of it. Next thing you know, it's all colorful and stuff. No, it's not manly enough for him. No,
the power move would be in that position, because he is not necessarily a tall man, is to just lean your fucking elbow on his shoulder and take that picture. Like, what's up, dog?
Or like when Joe Flacco touched Quinn Williams' hair, he's like, "Yo, don't touch my hair, make me feel like a kid. Like, don't pat me on the head, bitch. Like, you can't beat me in football and then pat my head."
Can we talk about Flacco real fast?
No, he's a dog, bro.
Bro,
if the football odds are real, we'll get the Browns versus the Lions.
Facts.
Dog. Okay, so first off, I need the Bears to win this weekend. I need them to beat Green Bay. I need them to beat Green Bay. We need to beat the Cards. But Joe Flacco's old ass been sitting in a fucking cryo chamber somewhere. I swear to God, comes out of fucking nowhere and drops like 300 yards and fucking 4 touchdowns on a motherfucker. Like at 40 years old, bro.
Yeah.
That's David Njoku look like that, bro. You gonna make that man look like a god amongst men.
I mean, have you seen David Njoku? He is a god amongst men. He's a handsome fucker and he's huge.
Yeah, jack like a motherfucker.
No, that's one of those fun things that you see someone old doing something good. It's never too late. It's all good.
Tom Brady was 42.
Yeah, I mean he was 42 when he went to the Bucks. So yeah, he retired at 45. So yeah, and that's, by the way, shout out Aaron Rodgers. We're gonna have him for another 2 years. Let's go.
I won $20 on that, by the way. Because my buddy was like, he'll be back week 15. And I'm like, if the Jets have a losing season, there's no way that Aaron Rodgers is coming back week 15, dude.
And when did you make the bet? When did you make the bet?
Week 4.
Oh yeah,
week 4.
You actually made a good. Well, it was a smart bet no matter what, because scientifically speaking, he's probably not coming back. But like medically speaking, he could have. But then the Jets started losing, and yeah, keep his ass up. Just like Zach Wilson right now, he hasn't passed concussion protocol in 3 weeks. They're like, literally, when you watch the interviews, the press conferences, I'm a Jets fan, so I watch the press conferences. They're like, why didn't he pass? They're like, I mean, he just didn't pass. Did you retest him? We didn't say all that. He just didn't pass the last time we tested him. That's how you get over the loophole of the concussion protocol when you're trying to tank. Just don't retest
him. We didn't say all that. We didn't
say he passed. We didn't say he failed the next one. He just didn't pass. Like he didn't take another one. Oh, that's some old shit, man.
So that brings up the case, like talking about dumb shit that happened in the NFL. You watched that Lions fucking Cowboys game, right?
Yeah, that call was
horse shit.
So my biggest thing in the NFL, I know it's like this is where you get like, oh, AI taking over all stuff, but like I think everything needs to be eligible to be reviewed. Like I think every coach should get an extra challenge, and you should be allowed to challenge something officiating. But it also can be denied. You know what I mean? It can be overturned, but it needs to be able to go into that situation. Just like every play needs to do the whistle after the play, and then make a decision after the fact. Let them play it out. Every officiating, no one's perfect. It's so split second. Like I feel like their egos of the refs are like, you can't challenge officiating because now that defeats the purpose of having a rough. No, they're humans. It's all good. Yeah. Like people make mistakes. No one's gonna take it personally.
But at the exact same point in time, they go over this, and it's been brought to light in the last couple of days since this happened. Yeah, like Dan Quinn or is it Dan Quinn?
Dan Allen?
Are we talking about the Lions
head coach? Yeah.
Dan Campbell.
Dan Campbell, thank you. Went over that play specifically with the refs before, so this wouldn't be a thing. And if you watch the replay of it, 70, the guy that they said reported, was walking up, but the ref started jogging away before he even reached the little conversation that they were having. So like it was a really weird situation to be in general. Like,
and then obviously it just makes it worse that the Cowboys were involved. So like conspiracy people are already going to go about that. The Cowboys, the Patriots, the Yankees, the Lakers. There's always teams in every sport where no matter
Celtics.
what, yeah, exactly, where you have teams where it's like, oh, that's some BS versus just someone made a mistake, or maybe that ref's just a moron. Like, that's possible. He's just a dumb cuck who just doesn't realize what he's doing at his job. You know what I mean? That's why now the meme of the day, you're like, hey, him and his crew are officiating the Saturday night game. All right, guess we're expected for heartbreak already before the coin toss. Like, you know what I mean? That's the nature of it, unfortunately. But just like also with baseball, when you have a certain umpire where it's like, dude, fucking literally that was eye level for Danny DeVito, and you said it was high for Yao Ming. Like, it makes no sense. Make up your mind. What is the strike zone?
Okay, so hear me out here, and this might catch a lot of hate. I haven't been a baseball fan for like 15 years, though, right? But I think the absolute
been a catcher for a while.
Hey. Look at me, bro. Look at me, bro. I'm Babe Ruth built. I'm a pitcher, baby.
Bareface.
No, I think that the worst refs in any game whatsoever are MLB refs. Because look, I get it. You'll get thrown out of a fucking game. But if they got fucking swung on once or twice,
they're like bullies. You just hit them in the nose once.
That's what I'm saying. You got the batter cage on, so if I crack you with the fucking baseball bat, it's gonna hurt.
Tato, I'm trying to help me. Who was the most recent, like, it's been a while, but like hot-headed manager where they would actually kick and all that stuff,
Yogi Berra.
Yeah. Pete Rose style, but obviously way later.
Got the bowl cut, got kicked out for gambling,
Damn it. I know there was one. I can't think of it, but there was a manager where like that was like the most recent, but it was like 15, 20 years ago at this point where it's like we haven't had anyone step up to the umpire. So it's the same premise. Like, yeah, just give him a little shit and it's all good. Or it's like when you watch a sports movie and it's the old cliche of like, I'm gonna get thrown out and spark them. And it's like that is a thing though. Mean machine. I think I'm making him shoot himself. I made him shoot himself. Tato, when are you a baseball guy?
Not so much, no.
Now, is it because it's slow, or is it just because Twins?
Yeah, it's largely that, and I don't really have any loyalty to Minnesota sports whatsoever.
Nobody even remembers the team.
Yeah, you got beef because it's one of those things in your mind when you're thinking of sports, you're like, it's fucking cold. I'm not playing baseball here now. Like, dude, it's April. I'm like, yeah, and it feels like it's December. It's fucking the
April
weather
and it's 28 degrees outside. Yeah. Get fucked, nerd.
I'm not playing that shit. No, it makes me laugh. Jay, do you have?
But yeah, baseball largely slow. Though I will say, baseball has the capacity for the most absurd, ridiculous magic moments in sports. I will give it that. But
baseball
it's like just kind of
the Cubs winning the World Series, one of the greatest time of my lives. Even though at that point I was kicked out of the bar and I had to listen to it, in my car because I got roofied with triple Jaeger shots. I'm pretty sure they were roofied because those guys were buying shots like like I had a fucking long blonde hair and a fatty back there, but like they were just kept giving them to me and I ain't no bitch, I'm drinking them. But next thing you know, I'm kicked out of the bar and I'm listening to the Cubs win the World Series. But I've seen the replay enough that I can just talk myself into it. It's like when you get diddled by your uncle, you just talk yourself that it didn't happen. It's the opposite where it's like I talk.
Yeah, we've all been to Catholic church before.
Yeah. So I on Instagram I have a lot of accounts with the dark humor, and it's there's a good one. I'll look it up. But
while you're looking that up, what I was gonna say was it's quite literally different when you're in the ballpark. If you're in the ballpark and you're in the atmosphere, baseball is a wonderful fucking game to watch. Even if you're talking shit to other people, like, and you're surrounded by fans, it's a great atmosphere. Watching it on TV is one of the worst ways to watch baseball. Like, I know a lot of people watch it that way, but in my opinion, personally, I think that's the worst way to watch baseball. Like, I also think it's the worst way to watch fucking football.
I mean, of the two options, live is generally going to be better, I imagine, for any given activity watching.
And I'd rather be on the 50-yard line than behind a fucking end zone. You know what I mean?
Let's be honest. As soft as football is getting nowadays with the hitting, it's damn near baseball at this point. Like, what the hell are we doing? Like, you can't hit nobody anymore. You can't. like fights aren't as prevalent in hockey. Like, dude, see, sports are so much better when CTE was like letting it ride. Like the steroid era for baseball and CTE for football. Like, look, come on, dude, let us have it.
Look, I'm just saying, after that dude got his fucking throat slit like 3 weeks ago, I understand the new protections that they're trying to bring into hockey. Because somehow fucking Happy Gilmore did fucking Simpsons and just predicted the future. Like, let's be real. But I also think that like I need to see a 7th overtime. So like all 4 of the fucking zones are dropped. And then they open the mysterious fucking red letter that is sealed in 1917 and nobody's seen it since. I need to know what's inside of it. So I need the Mafia to get involved during the Stanley Cup, Game 5 of the Stanley Cup. Teams tied. Game 5, going to fucking 8 overtimes.
Right before the knuckle puck.
Right. High sticking ass bitch. Hey, yo, don't pass to this guy. He can't pass.
He can't even weed. Bullshit. He gets all the easy words.
Hip Hop Anonymous?
Hip Hop Anonymous. Jade, do you have that one clip up?
Which one?
The Frank. I want to watch that one.
Oh, no, let me pull it up though real fast. I thought you were looking for something. That's why
I couldn't find it enough to like. I would have to scroll through and stay muted and go back and forth, and there would too much dead air. So I'll have that one ready. But essentially, I'll have it ready. I just got to remember Preach joke. Lost the momentum for that anyway. Tato, what's have you been down any rabbit holes of the internet in terms of just like new interests, in terms of whether it's the dark comedy, random things, cooking, glitter? Rocks.
Fucking, same old shit on the topic of rocks. You brought up Kill Tony earlier. I'm glad you're going to be around that. I don't know if you would be interested in watching that with me, because I kind of just watch it by myself on Tuesday mornings. I was going to start watching with Richie at one point, but that just never materialized because he watches it as well.
Okay.
So
good.
Yeah, I'd be down to watch the replay, because obviously time wise, what time's it? I haven't. So I watched a little bit of the New Year's one that they just posted. What is the time that they go live? I'm assuming it's at night because the show's on that.
It's Monday nights at I believe 9 Eastern, 8 Central. I'm not sure. I never really catch it live. It's just always been Tuesday.
Well, I'd be down to set off to the side and see if we can make it that consistent, or at least every once in a while, maybe twice a month minimum. I mean, try and get a couple in there. I'd be down.
Yeah. I'll try to make a note and not watch it right away on Tuesday morning and shit.
I got it pulled up.
Okay. All right. Let's see what we're rocking with here. Oh shit!
Sick.
Spoilers for The Last of Us.
Frank, you just killed a kid.
Speaking of which,
Ellie. Whoa. What the hell's everybody doing in my apartment? We having a gangbang?
Come on, boost me up.
Hold up, just so we don't get fucking demonetized. I'm gonna break it up. But holy,
I love that. So on my TV series thing. So I just got done rewatching How I Met Your Mother. By the way, shout out, top 5 show for me all the time. I'm Ted Mosby as fuck, and it's really sad because I wish I wasn't. But I
really should have been nominated for more primetime Emmys.
It really should have at least 5.
So think I haven't finished Brooklyn Nine-Nine or It's Always Sunny or Rick and Morty. Those are 3 that I want to prioritize this year just for comedies. Those are the 3. And then I want to rewatch Curb just because the new season's coming out. So I'm going to want to rewatch that. But those are my priorities. Before I ever do Seinfeld, before I ever do Friends, I want to finish the actual good shows.
Yeah, that's fair. Also, I didn't rewatch The Last of Us, but I did go back and rewatch episode 3 because I was depressed and I wanted to cry my goddamn eyes out. Bill and Frank by far broke my goddamn heart.
We got Frank right here. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Whoa, die, you sucker. Hey, you guys, look, I found this garden hose, right? I'm going to use it to pump fresh air into the building and breathe into it like a scuba diver. I'm going to try it out. Oh, Oh, botched. Oh, I botched that one. Oh, that's a botched job.
Now this man loves life.
God
Hey,
damn
look,
it,
lady,
Henry.
I need some trash to plug up the cut.
You got it.
Hey, get him! Get him! Get him!
Swear to me that everything that you said about the Fireflies is true.
You gonna be crybabies about it? All right. Take my gun.
Okay. No, I'm dead ass, dude. Last of Us season 1. I know I don't even want to hint at it. I feel like I already have 2 spoilers for the second game, but I want to go into it blind, just like I did with the first season, where I played the game after and I loved it. Like it got me into like, man, maybe I should play video games. Other than that, I haven't, but it made me want to like think about getting into video games. I heard good things about Red Dead Redemption. I played a little bit of Uncharted 4 or whatever one I'm playing, 5, 6, no 6, I think it is. I played a bunch of that, but like, as dumb as it sounds, I don't like to play video games without doing something else. My ADD brain and all these interactive games, you have to only watch it and listen to those to like really get the best out of it. And that's not how I vibe. That's why I just played Madden, watch movies on the side, listen to music, and do whatever. But anyway, the point is, Last of Us, banger, dude, fucking top. Like if they do, like if the second season goes hard, because I know it's controversial, because I don't know specifically why, but I've just heard, as well as potentially 2 spoilers that I think I've just heard, and it really bums me out because I just wish I hadn't. But anyway, if season 2 hits, low-key could be my favorite show of all time. Like that's how much I love season 1. Like it's so good. Like I love that shit.
Well, season 2 gonna hit, bro. Season 2 gonna hit. Like honestly, I don't like talking shit about one of my favorite video game series franchises of all time. But if Halo was done the way that like The Last of Us was done, Halo would have been way better received.
You watched the show?
I watched Halo.
How? Give me a rough like little what is the show about?
A dumpster fire. Oh wait, no, you asked what the show is about. The show is about humans fighting aliens. And that's quite literally all it's ever
That's
fucking
on Paramount,
been.
right?
Paramount
or Prime? It's one of the 2.
I believe it's Paramount.
Yeah.
I believe it's.
Which is ironic because they did good with Tulsa King, allegedly. I heard
Tulsa King was good. Like honestly,
I enjoyed Tulsa King. It was good, but like it didn't blow me away to the point where I'm like beating anyone's door down for season 2.
No, but like I could definitely see a season 2 coming. Ayo, pause.
I think it is on the stack and shit. Like the show is definitely good enough to warrant a season 2, but
yeah. So with The Last of Us, it's just one of those where I'm glad that it hit, and like I feel like that's a great example of like it does certain moments like beat for beat, and there's certain things like you said with episode 3 where it's literally nothing like the game. Like it's not even just expanded; it's literally nothing like it. Like Bill in the show he's essentially the same character, but he's not also at the same time, and it's awesome. Like it's its own medium, and it does a great job. So that's why I'm actually really excited to get into series this year more, because obviously in the late 2000s, early 2010s, I watched Dexter, Sons of Anarchy, Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones. I watched all the hitters then, but I haven't. So all of essentially the 2010s, I've missed all those. You know what I mean? Like I watched the first 2 seasons of Westworld, and I think that's really it in terms of just like the known shows. You know what I mean? Like Succession. I didn't realize that was 2018 when that came out, so I'm like, wow, that's old. Obviously, and it just finished. I know there's a bunch of other ones where it's like, yeah,
I can't wait for you to get to Ted Lasso.
If I get in, and I know it's gonna sound shitty, but like I'm so not in. I know it's all right. Let me pause in terms like with the Canadians when they watch like Moneyball and Remember the Titans, they're not into those sports, but like they were still able to enjoy the movie. And that's how I know that I'll probably be with the show based on just how it is received. But I am so not into soccer as a sport. Like I'm actively not into soccer that it's going to be not at the top of the list naturally. So I will, if I get into shows, I'll throw it in there because I know that, The Boys is also probably the main most popular show that I haven't seen, which is ironic given just loving comic book movies and super.
I've only seen like the first 5 episodes of that show. Like
The Boys?
Wow. Like it's not my thing. Like if I wanted to watch Watchmen, but like
Well, I did watch the
angry
first half of the
superheroes.
season of
like-
Watchmen too during.
Oh
COVID.
no, I meant the movie.
Well, I meant the series though, which I watched that the first half during COVID, the first like 4 episodes. I think it's 9 or 10 episodes. I think I watched the first 4 or 5, which that's really good. I just once again I wasn't watching series, but that's why I also like with my job because I have an iPad that I watch it. So like series are just naturally small screen, so it's so much easier to like not feel like I'm losing anything while still committing to it because I got my AirPod Pros and I hear it. I mean, most of it's just talking for 90% of shows. Even when I'm watching like Sons of Anarchy reactions, Nikki and Steve react. They're watching Sons of Anarchy, which boom, fucking so awesome to rewatch it through them. But
Shout outs to them.
when they're watching it though, it realizes like the highlights are like 20 minutes. There's a lot of action and drama and stuff, but like it's all barely in that 20 minutes. So when in the actual hour-long episodes, there's not much going on except for talking, and that's what series are. I'm like, yeah, I can watch all that shit. Obviously, Game of Thrones, even with Game of Thrones, if I know that there's a heavy hitter episode, I would watch that at home. But for the
there's like 1 or 2 heavy hitter episodes per season in Game of Thrones because George R.R. Martin likes to spend 18 pages talking about how fuckable the food looks. Like,
since you mentioned it, Nikki and Steve react. Game of Thrones was the first reactions to anything I ever watched.
Wow,
so,
hell yeah!
Shout out those guys.
Tato threw me the link. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say Game of Thrones reactions are something that I would eventually want to. I don't know if I would want to go back and rewatch it all because I would have to watch it at home. Listen, just me being me, I feel like that's the best way to watch it. But if I did, I would want to watch a reaction in Game of Thrones. So that's how I would revisit that. So I definitely probably would want to go back. I watched their when they did The Walking Dead too. They ended towards the end, and I was like, hell yeah, dude. So what's the link you got?
Oh, Taters sent me a link the other day to Mr. Video's reaction to the Chappelle Show season 1. And he went through it, and the only thing, and it's not even that I want to show any of it because it's like an hour long. My whole thing behind it is more along the lines. All I kept hearing is comedy like this would never be allowed to happen today.
Facts, and that sucks.
What? I don't agree with that.
Not on television. Not on television.
On Comedy Central, 100%. Because all Comedy Central does is show repeats of the Chappelle Show and South Park at this point in time. I don't agree with that.
We're talking about greenlighting a new concept. I don't think so.
Here's my issue with that statement. I don't think that like the world is as soft as everybody's saying it is.
It's like the media. It just gets highlighted a lot of the moments. But still,
that's like people saying, "Oh, Blazing Saddles will never be able to get remade." They're remaking Blazing Saddles like 3 different times. Like
it's called White Men Can't Jump.
There's a joke I hate not being able to credit the comic, but you couldn't remake Blazing Saddles, or you couldn't make Blazing Saddles today. It's like, yeah, because if you tried to make Blazing Saddles today, they would say that's already a movie.
Oh, like in the movie?
Like, no, you would literally just be like, yeah, no, you can't make that movie because it's trademarked and they already made the movie and Gene Wilder and blah, blah, blah. It's fucking much better phrased, obviously, but
okay.
Funny joke. Like, that's why you can't make movies today again, because they've already been made. That's the only reason.
So talking about like sensitivity, are you guys familiar with Matt Rife and his issues with why he got in trouble?
I don't understand. Like, I didn't watch his special, but I heard that he tried to get a little edgy.
We can bring up that clip. I'll bring that up.
All right.
Okay.
I want to get your opinion. I want to get your opinion on because I know this is
because I heard it was like a DV joke or some shit. Yeah. And I'm just like, oh, Maddie, no, don't do that. Like, this is my opinion before watching the clip. Like, if it's a DV joke, even if it's funny, like, don't alienate the audience that made you famous. The reason why you're famous is because women want to fuck you. If you're gonna make a DV joke, you're gonna alienate at least 75% of that audience. Like,
yeah, but at the same time, I'm gonna let the comic do the comic thing, and I don't think just because he is the pretty boy that he should have to be in a box of not doing any type of joke he wants.
No, I agree with that, but I understand. It's quite literally why he got famous.
Yeah.
Well, but also see this joke and see if it's being exaggerated in how it's being received.
That's what I'm curious about.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I'm
So
curious about.
let's see. And once again, just for copyright, I'll pause every few seconds.
Also, I don't understand why you
Thank
don't
you
go in
so
dark
much,
mode.
man. Washington, D.C. We're doing Netflix, baby. We're doing it. We're doing it. Oh. This is so cool, man. I wish my grandpa could see this, man. I always wanted to bring him here to visit. He knew how much I love DC, and he loved
I feel
Maryland.
bad.
It
I'm
was
literally
like his favorite
having
state. It's a valid response unless you've been to Baltimore. Because, dude, the fuck is going on in Baltimore, dude? Bro, Maryland as a state cannot pick a tone, dog.
The Wire is also
Just
another
pick
show. I've only
one.
seen the
It's
first.
so beautiful
first
and
one.
so ratchet
All right,
for no
right
The
reason.
Wire, fire, bro.
Can y'all just pick a tone, man? All of Maryland. Y'all will drive to the beach with your top down and then go to
Hold on, let me go back. I didn't realize it already went. I forgot. I only watched it once, so I forgot when it got timed up. But yeah,
Maryland as a state cannot pick a tone, dog. Just pick one. It's so beautiful and so ratchet for no reason. Can y'all just pick a tone, man? All of Maryland. Y'all will drive to the beach with your top down and then go to Baltimore and lock all your doors. Dude, like, you don't, no middle ground ever, man. I've only been to Baltimore one time. I ate lunch there, and the hostess who seats you at the restaurant had a black eye.
All right, so that'll be my first initial pause thing. You got any predictions where you think that's going?
No, but I want to see
assumptions of maybe they were right.
No, but I want to see how this plays out. That's my only thing. Like I said, I've only heard from other people, so I don't have an actual opinion based on this, because every time I think about it, I just end up doom scrolling for a little bit and never end up going to the clip. So so far it's not bad.
I've only been to Baltimore one time. I ate lunch there, and the hostess who seats you at the restaurant had a black eye. A full black eye. And it wasn't what happened? Yeah, it was pretty obvious what happened. And we couldn't get over the fact that we're this is the face of the company? This is who you have greeting people? And my boy who I was with was yeah, I feel bad for her, man. I feel like they should put her in the kitchen or something where nobody has to see her face, And I was yeah, but I feel like if she could cook, she wouldn't have that black eye.
Oh, no. Oh, Maddie.
Woo.
It's funny, and it's not just shock value funny.
Well orchestrated.
It's well set up, but
I mean, at its core, it is the garden variety domestic violence joke.
Exactly.
What do you tell a chick with two black eyes? Nothing she hasn't heard already twice. Fucking.
This could be the perfect example of thing. He's literally talking about how he's in Baltimore. He's only been there once. This could be just a fabricated story. I bet you if he would have went out initially, that was just a joke I wrote just for this. It didn't actually happen, and I feel like people would care less. I feel like they feel like they're attaching it specifically to some poor girl, that it feels real versus just a joke. Why do you think Anthony Jeselnik doesn't get in trouble? Because literally all his jokes are just fake, made up things, even though they're super edgy and gross. You know what I mean? But they're all fake.
I thought it was because Anthony Jeselnik isn't that funny.
That's a conversation for another day. One of my favorites with Anthony Jeselnik is I was at the bar one time. I was talking to this girl, and I was like, "What do you do?" And she told me that she was a brain surgeon. And I don't know if this makes me, a piece of shit, but I didn't realize women could pull off sarcasm that well.
Okay.
But it's the same
moderately funny, but
exactly. But it's the same concept. If that was a real girl he said that to, you're a piece of shit. But because it's clearly a fake girl, no one cares. I mean, I feel like that's the scenario with Matt, where I genuinely think it's because they can possibly attach that to some poor girl. I'm surprised the girl who the joke's about hasn't come up and said, "That's about me. Give me all your Netflix money." You know what I mean? It's just because you're making fun of my scenario. I really did run into a door, and you're lying. You're slandering my name. You know what I mean? There could be something.
I truly did fall down some stairs.
Yeah. I also lost the baby. No, I'm just kidding. Yep, that's what we're doing.
Why was that a funnier joke than the joke that Matt Rife told though? Like why is that a funnier fucking punchline than the thing that Matt Rife said?
Bro,
It's not that it's not funny, bro.
You know what one of the worst things that
funny.
I've ever been like witnessed in high school?
I've never been in a Catholic church that long.
Facts. I made it out, so we're alive. So at school, and it's ironic, it was in one of my AP classes. I don't know if it was history or AP literature, but it was in one of like the smart classes too. So it's one of those things where like the joke's just dark. But I look over and I hear psst, and my buddy goes psst, and I look over and he said, hey, bang, bang, and he's like air shooting people, and then he points at a pregnant girl and he goes bang, double kill. Jesus Christ. One of the most fucked up things I've ever seen. And I was like, hurry up, let me go get our dog tag. Yeah, I mean, we had a blast with that. It was a good time. Tato, what are your thoughts on the Matt Rife thing? Justified, warranted? Are we too sensitive? Are we too sensitive?
On the whole, no, I don't think we are. Like in the scope of the this wouldn't be made today conversation that has been prevalent for a long ass time now.
Since comedy has existed.
Realistically, I've been hearing those words since like the mid 2000s and stuff like that.
We also heard that blacks can't drink from our water fountain. Eventually, it'll just progress. It'll be all good.
Yeah. The Matt Rife, I will add a little more context to that. He the blue part of the backlash came. So he made that joke. Backlash came at him, and what he did was
his apology with the link. Hilarious.
Yeah. I'll just in case Jay didn't know about it, or
did he Rick Ross's? Did he Rick roll his apology?
No, even better.
Yeah,
even better.
So what he did, he posted a link to medical.
Hold on. Just so he it was an Instagram story, and he was like, "Hey, for anyone who watched my special and was personally offended, I just want to, from the bottom of my heart, say I don't remember exactly the phrase, but the bottom of my heart here, click the link, and this will take you to where you need to go if this is how you're feeling. And when you click the link, Tato,
it brings you to a site for special needs helmets."
And they were pink.
That's still funnier than the joke.
They were pink.
That's still funnier than the fucking joke.
But see, that's the thing. Well, if the joke's just not funny, it's a miss. And I don't know. I get what you're saying. And this
I mean, so watching the clip, the joke got a laugh from the audience. It hit. I mean, it didn't fucking bring the house down. It wasn't a standing out.
It was a blow.
No one walked out immediately.
Yeah,
that we know.
I don't. Yes, maybe
because I think he would have got some crowd work and been like, "Oh, those people didn't find it funny, so they're walking out."
Yeah, but it's also
maybe they're going to hire a lawyer.
You could tell if it was edited. You know what I mean? I feel like
it
was better well received in the moment, and that's kind of how naturally.
I do have a question about the special. Do they actually pan to the audience while they're laughing?
I only watched the opening bit. I haven't watched the full one, so I don't know. But
because I'm like, at this point in time, I'm not saying, oh, Matt Rife performed in front of a fucking canned audience or anything, but like some of that laughter does seem like laughter that I've heard before, and maybe it's just because there are a couple hundred people in the fucking
not
theater.
All white people laugh alike, all right? Not all white women laugh exactly.
If they laugh, they're Ben Affleck.
It's not like they're black people when they see magic and they're up and around. Oh! Now that's one of a kind.
That's my favorite.
Not the magic part.
Yeah. But I agree that probably it would be hard to pitch a show with content similar to Chappelle's show today and get it greenlit by the networks, but being that networks don't have as much control as they did back in the day with podcasting, with just being able to do your own shit, that kind of balances that out. So while studio heads are probably a touch more sensitive towards that, the avenues towards producing content far outweigh that.
I also think
believe.
the concept of like cancellation has become like overblown in terms of like a term. I feel like the only time
Yeah.
you can actually get canceled legitimately is for any sort of physical assault, whether sexual or just violent in general, joking, words, all that stuff. Everything can be brought back. You know what I mean? Whether
Yeah.
it takes time, blah, or how you have to make an apology or you just have to kind of go on a hiatus. It can all come back. Like
you take a look at CK and Dalia and
Yeah.
shit like that. They're still selling out. They're still selling out tours.
Yeah.
They're not
Like,
talked
they're
about
not going
as
to be on
much.
TV. Yeah,
but
they're not going to be in the mainstream media. They're not going to be talked about as much. But they're not.
their
Obviously,
livelihoods
they
are
they
not
haven't jumped off a
impacted.
bridge for a reason. You know what I mean? They still have life to be had. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
and they still push limits as far as it goes to where like no, that's probably the line, and they crossed it. But they're still close enough to the line that they can still have careers. Whereas, obviously like Cosby and all in what's going on right now with Jonathan Majors, all that stuff where it's like there's no coming back from that, unfortunately. And it's one of those, bummers. You know what I mean? Even like with Deshaun Watson and the NFL, all of his accusations, all of it was still like, hey, I asked. It didn't happen. So there's always that gray area where it's like you can hate him, you can love him, you can forgive him, you can pretend it never happened. But at the end of the day, nothing did happen, but it was gross and disgusting. But there's always going to be, a gray area on the name. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's always going to be, quotation.
be a
marks.
And we
area
weren't
on the
there. Man. We weren't there. We don't fucking know what happened in
Exactly.
any of the
So
situations.
without
so
physical evidence, which that was the big thing with the Jonathan Majors thing, that when that video came out, you're like, oh my god, nail in
Well,
the
okay,
coffin.
so like here, it's not even a nail in the coffin. He just hurt her while he was running away from a physical altercation, and that's what he got busted for. He got busted for like third-degree assault, which was in his escape attempt. She ended up getting injured.
Mhm.
I don't think that this is the exact same thing as an assault case, but I think everybody fucking blew it up because Majors was on the fucking like road to success, and Disney doesn't want any of that.
Yeah.
But Disney also rehired fucking James Gunn after making those really weird fucking jokes about his fucking brother and doing the fucking PG porn shit that he was doing. I think Majors is gonna be back in fucking Disney. Like, say what you will, like they're losing a whole lot of shit. Like they just lost Steamboat Willie. Like Steamboat Willie is no longer protected by copyright, so Disney gonna be losing a whole lot of shit. They need to hold on to everything that they can, and he's still got star power.
Yep.
And if you actually look, I'm sorry, Tato, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I do not see Majors coming back for the MCU.
Now,
I don't really see.
I wouldn't bet on it in terms of like the over under. Like I'm not saying I'm putting money that he's going to be back, but I do see a universe where Jay is right, where it's like I could see him coming back because of the desperation that Disney has put themselves in of how they're getting too big for their britches. So I do feel like it's possible that he could come back, but I wouldn't bet on it. So it's the most 50-50 situation, the most cop out thing where it's like, I don't expect it to happen, but I 100% could see it happening.
And I don't think the Steamboat Willie thing factors in at all because they were going to lose Steamboat Willie in 2024 before the MCU was a thing. So that's I don't think those play.
It's just also one of those things of just just timing. I think that's kind of what he's getting at. Where it's just the timing. It's just you can get punched in the face once, but if you get punched in the face 3 times, that third one really you start to feel that one more. You know what I mean? Even though it's the same level, I do feel like
I mean, it's not like Disney's profits were centered on Steamboat Willie not being public domain either.
No, but once again, it's an ego thing where it's like you take a loss is a loss. Like, well, that's why do you think so many millionaires evade taxes or do all that shady shit? It's not because they can't afford it; it's because their egos. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
it's because it's not illegal. It just has a monetary price behind it.
Yeah, I just think it plays a factor in just whatever, and especially all the backlash, all the Star Wars stuff. In general, all their projects, the Disney Plus the shows. I mean, I just do feel like they're starting to get a reality check of like, we might not be the shit like we thought or like what we once were. You know what I mean? I do feel like so when you're constantly getting a reality check, that's kind of like that's the whole main thing about like rich white dudes is they're so out of reality and they're so out of the know that when you start to put the mirror up, you finally realize like, oof, things aren't as good as I thought. You know what I mean? Because they don't know. Like how many times have you seen where they don't even know what they're paying for? You know what I mean? It's just they're just paying, and then when you actually put the numbers, you're like, oh, actually, let's make some cuts, and then that's why they fire employees or they make drastic.
Yes, I've seen a DC movie in the last decade.
I was gonna say Barbie, but yeah, towards the opposite, like obviously in film as opposed to the result of the
like
film.
I know we're not trying to be like a film podcast, but I do have a question.
Let's hear it.
How do you have Oppenheimer but you don't have Barbie on your Vudu, Henry? How do you not have the Barbenheimer double feature?
Because in the moment, I'm dead ass serious. When Oppenheimer dropped for its sale, it was $19.99, and Barbie was at $29.99 for the longest. Now it's finally $9.99, and now it's on HBO. So I'm like, well, I don't have to pay for it now if I want to watch.
Oh, it's on HBO. Okay, I didn't know it was on HBO because I don't track my app that much.
I told you that. We talked about it the other night, my guy.
Bro, it was fucking New Year's Eve. Yeah, it was New Year's Eve, and I was fucking blitzed by the time we watched Clerks 2. All right, this is why it's not why I cried during Clerks 3, because Clerks 3 is emotional as shit to anybody who enjoys a fucking journey of an individual. But holy fuck.
I think that's a good point where we can call episode 1. Tato, what are your thoughts on how our approach? You feel like we're gonna be able to find our roots, and what's your overall confidence in just like being able to just be yourself while also being an equal, a 33%er?
It feels good. I like where we're going. Like the hour and a half territory is about correct. So I like the cutting it off. And I like the idea of like, using this to keep each other accountable on those goals we talked about a little bit. Just in general, being posted on fucking where we're at. Yeah, I like it. It feels good.
There you go. And Jay, as the one person that I know that no matter what, you're gonna have some fucking out of pocket shit that you're going to say that neither of us are going to even have an opinion on, but we're going to let you riff and we can give it our opinion on, and the vice versa of like me and Tato kind of agreed where we don't think the Matt Rife thing was bad, but you're always going to be Jay on that. So that also shows the dichotomy of just our personalities and why we're always going to be such great friends, because we're not 100% the exact same. And that makes me laugh. So what are your thoughts on how this went down and what we could potentially get from the future from you and as from us?
I look, you know what? When it was pitched, it was we want to be not the boys, but we want to be able to sit here and have a conversation where everything free flows. We don't have a set. This is what we need to hit. This is what we need. These are the beats that we need to hit while we're having a conversation.
And no script. No.
Yeah, and I think that like 87-minute port, almost. I think that like right around that hour and a half mark, like Tato was saying, is really good. Depending on the outcome of the conversation that we're having.
Yeah.
I think it'll be really fun. And not like you said, none of us have all of the same opinions.
Yep.
So I think it's going to be really fun. It does take a couple of fucking episodes to find what works and what doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
I was asked to bring a couple of clips, as was everybody else. And the fact that like I was essentially the only one who did really hurts my fucking feelings, because I did fucking homework, you cucks.
I was told there would be no math.
I became an expert in thermonuclear astrophysics last night, so
I understood that reference. But no, I think this is gonna be fun. Do we need a little bit more polishing? Obviously, but I think every turd needs a good polish.
I'll say I haven't had my knob polish in all of 2024, so trust me, it can be done with the homies. No, absolutely. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So obviously, if anyone's going to be watching this, I'll shout out to you for having our back at episode 1. If you're kind of skipping through, I don't know if I'm going to do chapters or whatever. If you're maybe at any point you see one of the shorts or one of the the TikToks, the Instagram reels, any of that stuff, maybe just comment below. I guess the main thing is we talked about our resolutions. Comment below your resolution, and we'll hold you accountable as well in the comments. So if you want to be a fan of the show, one of our friends, let us know. We can all work on that together and hold us accountable. Check in every couple of weeks, once a month.
Like, subscribe, hit that bell icon.
Absolutely, that's a given. This is actually going to be obviously you're watching us on the Henry Confidential channel, but this on the main channel, so hopefully we can, maybe get some more eyes on it, and then we'll just like they said, we're to figure out a footing. I do feel like we did a good job, minimal dead air in the entire thing, so I do feel like that just shows our chemistry just as a unit. You know what I mean? Suck my unit. I do feel like we can all bring it together. So with that said, this is episode 1 of the Taking Back podcast. My name's Henry Confidential. That is Jay Burns, and that is Tato Lore. We are taking it back. Meet us in the back for a Z job. If you got
check the Tato Lore wiki, it's a real thing.
Trust me, don't check it. You're not gonna tune in for episode 2. My name's Henry Confidential. That is Jay, and that is Tato.